Okay, so today I'm going to tell you guys, teach you how I did this here restoration on this belt buckle. So the first thing I did was actually I ground it down on a wire brush wheel to try to get some of that paint off. And it actually didn't work as well as I thought it was going to. It only chipped off like the major parts. So then I got a hammer and a little punch, and it was just some enamel that was in there. So what I did was just knocked it off a little bit and actually chipped off really well. And then we're going to come back later with some one-shot enamel paint that I have and some pinstriping paint brushes, and then fill in those cracks with all the color and everything else. And I don't have blue, so I had to use a Rust-Oleum metal spray paint and tape everything up so that the negative space would be covered because we don't want all that metal. So that's what it looked like when all of that enamel came out of it on the first try, and then I brushed it again real quick and made sure that all the metal was covered. So this is how it came out. Real nice there. And then we taped everything up just to make sure that everything else wasn't going to get hit with that blue, so we can have everything all shiny and the colors that we want. I would recommend that you press it down really hard if you're trying to tape over some things so you can get those really nice lines. And I just had a box cutter and then just cut away all of that extra masking tape. And then I spray painted it with Rust-Oleum blue, and I think it also has a primer in it as well. But I did 3 coats of that and then let it dry, and then I came back and did another coat. And that's what it looked like when I took all of it apart. And we got some really nice clean lines, but there was still a little bit of chipping on there just from where the masking tape was covering it, but that's fine. We'll go back later and touch all that stuff up with a paintbrush. And then I came back through with red and white one-shot enamel paint. I've actually used that stuff on my car too. Works really well. It's used for pinstripers and sign painters and stuff like that. I highly recommend it. And also I use mineral spirits as well to clean off all the paint in between everything else. And then mineral spirits also helps the paint last a little bit longer because it'll thin it out. So for this I actually got a little ingenuitive, and I got a little plastic cup and sprayed a little bit of spray paint in that cup and then just tipped it off and use my pinstriping brushes to get rid of all those chips and everything else. But I wouldn't really recommend doing that because it will eat through that cup. Like, it'll eat through all of that plastic too. I put a little clip right up here. Yeah, look at that. Just ruined it. But if you follow those steps, it should come out something like this. I think it's a really good one for today. So